Opening more than a memory. Think about the way it felt the first time you and your partner truly connected. Not just physically, but on every level. Maybe it was a look. Maybe it was a laugh you shared over something silly. Or that first touch of a hand that made your heart race. Now fast forward a few decades. Maybe you still have that partner beside you. You love them. You share a long history, a home, maybe children and grandchildren. You can read their mood by the way they drop their keys on the counter. And yet, the spark feels dimmer. The passion you used to experience without effort now takes thought, planning, and sometimes just doesn't happen at all. If this feels familiar, you're not alone. A research shows that a significant portion of adults over 60 still value intimacy highly, but many feel that it has faded or changed in ways they don't fully understand. This isn't a personal failing. It's often a mix of body changes, lifestyle shifts, and patterns that have become so familiar, they leave no room for surprise. Hello, I'm Dr. Chloe Bennett. For over 20 years, I've been working with couples in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and even 80s, helping them rediscover connection that feels alive, warm, and exciting again. Today, I'll walk you through 5 important, but often overlooked keys to awakening that deeper spark, grounded in science and shaped by the lived experiences of real couples. Key number 1, clear the static before you try to tune in. One of the biggest obstacles to rekindling desire after 60 isn't age at all. It's what I call static. Static is the mental and emotional noise that makes connection difficult. Lingering stress from the day, unspoken irritations, ongoing health worries, caregiving demands, and accumulated routines that leave no room for play. Physiologically, chronic stress raises cortisol levels. Elevated cortisol doesn't just make you feel tense. It interferes with the brain's arousal pathways. Even if you want to feel desire, your nervous system may stay stuck in fight or flight mode, making intimacy feel like one more task instead of a welcome release. The solution is to deliberately transition out of stress mode before you attempt physical closeness. That transition can take many forms, but it works best if it's a shared ritual that signals we're leaving the noise behind. 1. Take a short walk together, hand in hand, after dinner or before bed. 2. Share a warm shower or bath, where you help wash each other's shoulders and back. 3. Set aside at least 30 minutes of no screen time together in the evening. Soft lighting, comfortable seating, maybe soothing music playing quietly. These aren't just sweet gestures. They activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's rest and digest mode, which allows blood flow, relaxation, and, in many people, the first stirrings of desire. Key number 2, expand your map of pleasure. Over the decades, we all develop our familiar ways of expressing intimacy, especially physically. But our bodies change. Lower estrogen or testosterone, changes in skin and nerve sensitivity, medications or mobility limitations mean that old routes to pleasure may not work the same way. The flip side, new routes often open up. When I coach couples, I encourage them to explore areas that may have been ignored for years. These aren't replacement erogenous zones, but fresh landscapes that can reawaken the body's curiosity. 1. Hands and forearms. Try slow fingertip tracing over the palm, or gentle circular massage on the forearm muscles. 2. Feet and calves. Gentle massage can relieve muscle tightness and improve circulation, while also giving a safe, nurturing sensation. 3. Upper back and shoulder blades. Sustained, warm hand contact here signals safety, reduces muscle tension, and can release oxytocin, the bonding hormone. 4. Face and scalp. Light strokes along the hairline. Gentle scalp massage with fingertips. These are comforting and can put the mind into a state of relaxation that invites sensuality. The key is to spend time in these places without rushing toward overtly sexual touch. Let each spot be a destination, not just a stepping stone. Very often, when you remove the agenda, desire comes back on its own. Key number 3, add variety to your touch vocabulary. Touch is like a language, and just like spoken language, it loses its spark if you only ever say the same sentences. A couple who has been together 30 or 40 years may not realize they're repeating the same sequence of moves every time they touch because it's comfortable. But comfort can slowly dull responsiveness. Neuroscience research demonstrates that novelty, new sensations, new combinations stimulates dopamine release. Dopamine is the chemical that fuels anticipation and reward in the brain. Here's how to bring variety back into your touch vocabulary. 1. Change pressure. Alternate between featherlight strokes and slower, firmer contact. 2. Change tempo. Sometimes linger so slowly, the moment feels suspended. Other times, play with faster, teasing touches. 3. Change texture and temperature. Try touching through a silky scarf, using a warmed massage oil, or even chilled smooth stones for contrast. One simple exercise. Choose just one part of the body, and for 10 uninterrupted minutes, explore every different way. You can touch it using changes in pressure, speed, and texture. You'll each learn what you respond to in ways you might not expect. Key number 4. The mind is the first erogenous zone. With all the talk about changing hormones with age, it's easy to forget that the most important sexual organ is the brain. Thoughts, emotions, memories, and anticipations all feed into physical readiness. After 60, mental hurdles can be even more powerful. Worries about health, changes in body image, concerns about not performing like before, or unresolved emotional issues. These factors can shut down desire before the first touch. That's why mental foreplay matters. It can be as simple as 1. Telling your partner one thoughtful, specific thing you appreciate about them each day. I love watching you laugh with our grandchildren. Is far more powerful than you look nice. 2. Reminiscing about a shared experience, recalling a trip, an early date, or a private joke rekindles the bond you've built over time. 3. For those comfortable, gently sharing a non-explicit fantasy or a scenario you'd enjoy together. This isn't about pressure, it's an invitation inside your inner world. These conversations build emotional safety, which the brain links directly to openness and arousal. Key number 5. Redefine what counts as intimacy. One trap older couples fall into is measuring intimacy by frequency of intercourse. When the goalpost is set by your younger years, you may see anything less as a loss. But intimacy in later life can expand to include a wide range of shared pleasures that nourish connection and, over time, reignite desire. Examples of an expanded definition. 1. Long, unhurried cuddle sessions while listening to music you both love. 2. Cooking a meal together, touching often in small, natural ways. 3. Slow dancing in the kitchen after dinner. 4. Sharing a sunset wrapped in the same blanket. 5. Giving each other massages with no expectation that it leads somewhere. By focusing on daily affectionate contact, you create an environment where sexual moments reappear naturally without feeling forced. Real-life story. How one couple found their spark. Jim and Laura, 68 and 66, married for over 40 years, came to me saying, "We're great companions, but we've lost being lovers." Instead of diving straight into physical techniques, we began with changes that lowered daily stress. No devices for the last 30 minutes of their evening, instead sharing tea and conversation. They started experimenting with back and scalp massage, and they made a pact to write each other one genuine compliment on a sticky note every day, leaving it somewhere unexpected. After 4 months, they told me their physical affection had returned naturally, more spontaneous kisses, holding hands during TV shows, even playful flirting while doing chores. Laura said, "It feels like dating again, but we're wiser and more grateful this time." Bringing it all together. Your next step. Science is clear on this. Our capacity for passion and closeness doesn't expire with age, but the pathways do evolve. Clearing the mental static, exploring new areas, adding variety to touch, engaging the mind, and widening your definition of intimacy align how you love with the lives you live now. Tonight, pick just one of these 5 keys. Try it without pressure or expectation. Pay attention to how it feels, not just for your partner, but for you. Then, talk about it tomorrow. Often, that one conversation starts a chain reaction. I'm Dr. Chloe Bennett, and I want you to remember this. The fuel for lifelong intimacy isn't youth. It's attention, curiosity, and kindness. Wherever those are present, the spark can come back, no matter how many years you've shared. This content is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for individualized medical advice. If you have pain with intimacy, sudden changes in desire, or emotional distress, please seek guidance from a qualified healthcare provider.